A very happy Diwali from the studios of QNews, Vijay Rana with Deepak from Bangalore. And why did I say a very happy Diwali? A very happy Diwali, we are wishing a very happy Diwali to all the family members of those 41 workers who could not celebrate the festival, who could not be with their families. And finally, you can imagine their family members how much worried they would have been about the safety, on the eve of Diwali. There were no celebrations, nothing. They were actually saddened by the news. They had no idea as to what is the state of their kith and kin or their husbands or their sons. But today they finally, came out. All of them have been welcomed outside the tunnel. So that is the headline in all the major newspapers today. Tunnel ordeal ends, all 41 men rescued, and the youngest one was the first one to step out. So that shows the mindset of Indians, be it the Indian Army or anywhere, even the civilians, the youngsters, they are the first ones to be rescued. That's what happens in Indian Army also. The highest rank holder will lead from the front. It does not happen with many armies. It happens only, it happens with Indian Army specially, and happens in the civil sector as well. So the youngest man came out first of all, and he was welcomed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also, everybody in fact, and there were slogans hailing the Chief Minister, and the efforts that were put in the rescue team was also appreciated. So when all the machinery failed, then the men came into action. The army men came into action and they drilled it manually, and finally the final lap was covered. And imagine how much risk they might have taken. They risked their own lives to save these 41 workers out there. So that's the spirit. They risked their own life to save these people, and finally they were able to do it without any casualties. Also, day before yesterday, on Monday, the telecast that was not viewed by many people, we had hardly 50 people watched that telecast. But in that telecast, I did tell you there is an angle of superstition also. You call it superstition or you call it the belief of the people. People believed in that. People believed that there is the Nag Devta, that is, he was not prayed, and the work had been started, owing to which this has happened, and that has been now acknowledged by the government as well. And they have announced, the state government has announced a temple to be built out there, just before the tunnel. And the name of Deepak knows the Devta very well. Near the Silkyara temple, the Nag Devta, what is the name? All right, so we have it here. He is actually has let me down today. I'm sorry? Bhoknath. Bhoknath is the writer, so he remembered it finally, and some help coming out there for me. So Bhoknath Devta's temple will also be constructed, and people out there will be really happy with that. They have their beliefs, and they believe if you do not pray and start something, then it is going to be not so well. It is not going to be good. And owing to which, and also that will get a lot of political mileage. It will give a political mileage to the Chief Minister as well. So very well thought move. On one hand, people are appreciating it, and their children have been saved thanks to the efforts of all the people who participated in this. Now moving on, the election campaign has come to rest. Now the curtains are down, and we need to wait for the polling date first of all. So we urge all the people in Telangana to please go and cast your vote. And also there will not be any campaigning, so the decibels are down. You will not hear any slogans or any party meetings for next 2 days, and the election is going to for next 24 hours, and then on 30th, that is tomorrow, we have the D-Day, the day of judgment, in fact, and people will be judging as to whom they cast their vote to. Owing to which we have Sonia Gandhi, not Sonika Gandhi. I'm so sorry. My wife's name is Sonika, and so Sonia Gandhi, and it happens, as a husband, I seek apology. So Sonia Gandhi took to Twitter, and she's a very well-known figure. I did reporting only once in my life. I did a live reporting for a meeting that was, organized for Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge when he visited Telangana. So I happened to visit that meeting. So there, when I spoke to the common man, they were in awe of Sonia Gandhi. They all wanted, if she would have been there personally, physically present, things would have done, although Rahul Gandhi was there, Priyanka was there, but she has her own fan following. That is the observation that I had as a common man. And they wanted to see Sonia Gandhi, and they were in awe of her. And they had very high hopes, because they believed that it was, and why they have hopes, because it was Congress government in the center when Telangana was formed. And she was, in favor of forming Telangana. Although a lot of people actually laid down their lives also, there was a lot of struggle within Telangana, but the center government had to approve it, and she approved it. So the credit goes to her as well. Owing to which, what she said is, bring change. Sonia says to Telangana state voters. And why change? Because for the 2 consecutive terms, BRS has been in power, and now it is the turn for Congress or BJP. That's what both the national parties are aspiring for. We will see who will have the last laugh. And his comments are to be read. He says, there should not be Dorala government. By Dorala government, for those of you who do not understand Telugu, it means the kingdom, basically the king's government, and Prajala government means the government which is by the people, for the people. That's what she says. So this time, do not vote for BRS or BRS, not TRS. They changed it to BRS, because BRS rules like, they are becoming the kings of Telangana. That's what she is addressing. And she wants people to vote for somebody who will serve the state. And also, what do we have here? Supreme Court calls plea to ban Pak artists narrow-minded, and I do not agree to this statement coming in from Supreme Court. That's my personal opinion, very, very personal opinion. Now, there was a petition filed which was dismissed, a plea. There was a plea that called for blanket ban on Pakistani artists performing and working in India. Yes, there should be a blanket ban. I completely, echo the words that have been used in this plea. There should be a blanket ban. On one hand, yesterday we saw, tell this to the mother of that soldier who got killed, of that captain who was martyred, who was martyred the other day while fighting with terrorists from Pakistan. Tell this to that mother, that we will be singing and dancing, these artists will be performing, and we will be giving money to Pakistan, we will be generating revenue for Pakistan, so that they can buy bullets and then kill their sons, kill the sons of Indian mothers, kill our army men. Rather than, I was calling for a retaliation yesterday, but on the other hand, we are saying it is narrow-minded. Yes, we are narrow-minded. It is okay to be narrow-minded. I get really furious when I think about these deaths that happen on daily basis in Indian Army. When our soldiers get killed, I'm a son of a soldier as well, and I know what it takes to be there on the front line. I'm very well aware of it. And this should not happen, because the moment they get little bit of funds, they will start terrorism again. We need to hit them hard economically as well as militarily. We need to take that stance against Pakistan. That is how they will learn their lessons. And it's not the terrorists. It is not the terrorists we need to kill. We need to kill the army men of Pakistan. It's the Pakistani army that lies behind everything. Please do let me know in the comment section if you think otherwise. Please do let me know. And moving on, we have Indian Navy all set to get more teeth. Now, Center inks rupees 2,956 crore contract. That's a welcome move coming in from center to enhance our defense forces, especially the Indian Navy, because on one hand we have the threat from China, on the other hand we have the threat from Pakistan. So because we have both these countries are hand in glove with each other, and the China's expansion in Indian Ocean is also a concern. So owing to which, and let's see what these two, and the amount of money that is being given, the funds that are being given will generate employment, and those numbers are something that I would love to read this article for you, although I'm just going through the headline, but I will read this article because I love the numbers that have been quoted out here. So it says along with, all right, the production of the upgraded SRGMS. Now, what is SRGMS? It's super rapid gun mounts. All right. So it is like the way you have seen in the movies. There is a gun that is mounted and it fires in different directions with accuracy. That's what this gun mount is going to do. The picture depicts, and it is anti-aircraft gun as far as I can see. The barrel is on the longer side, and it is for aircrafts. So let's see. The Ministry of Defence on Tuesday finalized rupees 2,956 crore agreement with BHEL Limited, a state-run entity, to procure 16 enhanced super rapid gun mounts and associated accessories for the Indian Navy. The SRGM stands as a medium caliber anti-missile and anti-aircraft defense system, delivering the sustained rate of fire coupled with high accuracy. Yes, that is what it is all about. And the numbers that I was talking about, highlighting the system's capability, the ministry affirmed the weapon system is capable of multiple engagements in multiple threat scenarios and has a proven record of very good performance against missiles and highly maneuverable fast attack crafts. These upgraded SRGMs are slated for installation on both existing and newly constructed vessels within the Indian Navy. And what about the numbers that I was talking about? I read that part. Where is that part? It is here. Yes. Also, the government is set to positively consider the Indian Navy's proposal for construction of a second aircraft carrier. So, a second aircraft carrier will also be provided to the Indian Navy at the cost of rupees 40,000 crores. In a major move that comes against the backdrop of raising concerns over China's increasing forays into the Indian Ocean region. Yes, the project will generate employment for 2.5 lakh man days. That's what providing employment is. So now this project will generate employment of 2.5 lakh man days over a period of 5 years, and encouraging the active participation of various Indian industries, including MSME, small and medium enterprises. I don't know what the first M stands for, but SME, small and medium enterprises, that's something that I know. So, and this will also contribute to achieve Atmanirbharta in defense. Now, this has been given to BHEL, so it will be indigenous and it will be built within India. So we have no dependency. Yesterday, if you see the yesterday's telecast, I was discussing about the drones that are to be procured from the United States of America. So the technology part, will there be a technological transfer as well? That's the big question. So majority of the countries, when you ask for a Rafale or any aircraft specific, high maneuver aircrafts which are really required. So is the technology transfer also happening? That's the big question, because if anything goes wrong, we are dependent on these nations to provide support or spare parts. But now with these guns, we don't have to rely on anybody, because they are being developed within India, and we are the ones who are going to manufacture this. And if the result as expected, we are expecting results to be fabulous, fantastic, and if the results are good, you might see India exporting weapons as well, and we might be engaged in exporting this arsenal also to other countries who do not have the capability to produce it themselves. And we have Hamas releases more hostages. So, the truce that is going on between Israel and Hamas. So, more hostages are being released. Qatar is the country that is actually negotiating. So, it was a 4-day pact that was signed initially, or that was agreed upon. But now it has been extended to a couple of days more, owing to which Hamas has released more hostages. I'm surprised as to what role is Qatar playing and how it is playing that crucial role of a mediator. It is playing because it has been supported. And why is Hamas listening to Qatar? Why would I listen to anybody? If somebody gives me money, I'll be listening to that person. If somebody is helping me out, I'll be listening to that person. I'll be abiding by what he says. That is precisely the case out here. So it is, and I'm sure they would have known that Hamas is going to attack Israel. So Qatar is the country that is behind everything. Now they are negotiating because they know they cannot overpower Israel. The way Israel bombarded, the way the entire world came in support of Israelis. So, owing to which they are now negotiating. They are now playing the role of a negotiator. There are no negotiations. You want to compromise the situation because, Hamas will be eradicated. If you would not have done this, or in fact, the entire Gaza Strip would have been brought down to rubbles. That is what Israel wanted to do. But do not worry. Once all the hostages are released, Israel should continue on its commitment. Prime Minister Netanyahu should continue the action to eradicate Hamas, because they had killed, they killed Israeli citizens in cold blood on the eve of Sabbath. On the morning of Sabbath, they killed Israelis, innocent Israelis. They actually murdered children. So that is what needs to be remembered, and the stern punishment has to be awarded to Hamas. Moving on, what do we have here? We have Rahul Gandhi traveling in an auto rickshaw. And why is he doing so? Because there is a huge lot, it's a part of the campaign that has been designed for him by none other than our very own Mallanna. And there is a huge audience. There is a union of auto rickshaw drivers. Also, they visited the offices of QNews as well, and they were all welcoming the steps that were being promised by the Congress government for the auto rickshaw owners. And owing to which Rahul Gandhi actually traveled and ahead of Telangana in Jubilee Hills, from where Mohammad Azharuddin, the former Indian captain, is contesting from Congress from this seat. So Jubilee Hills is where Rahul Gandhi is. It's one of the most posh areas in Hyderabad. All the politicians, film actors, you can see Allu Arjun also, Deepak, out there. And Taggedile. So all the film stars also reside here. So he was traveling, and the roads and infrastructure is superb. It's one of the best. So he's experiencing the best of Hyderabad now, because after a campaign that was really a very tough campaign for anybody, be it the leaders of Congress or be it the leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party or be it BRS as well. It was not easy. The campaign was not easy. It was spread across 119 constituencies. And after that, finally, a sigh of relief for all the senior leaders out there. The leaders from Karnataka Congress can also come back to their state now, whatever they had to do. And the leaders, in fact, Adityanath was also here, from BJP, and he was supporting none other than T. Raja, who was the only candidate to win a seat for BJP. And BJP got one seat in previous elections. That was from T. Raja. Now he is the hero of the people out there in his constituency. He is undefeated so far, and we will continue, because the kind of attachment people have with him. Now he is pro-Hindu, and he takes a stance. Whenever there is any yatra to be conducted, he makes sure there is no violence. And in media also he was suspended last year, and now he has been his candidature has been reinstated, and he has been given a ticket from BJP yet again. So whatever happens, one seat is confirmed for BJP, and that is for T. Raja. That's what the news is in the air. So on one hand we have Rahul Gandhi, and on the other hand we have Yogi Adityanath joining hands and campaigning for T. Raja in Goshamel constituency. So that's what is happening out there. We have 3.62 crores eligible voters to cast their franchise on November 30 across the state, and we have Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi both out there campaigning. And look at the crowds, people. They all want to have a glimpse of the leaders. They want to know, and especially if they step down out of their cars and they interact with the people, it is mind blowing. People just go for it. They just go crazy. They are like, somebody is out there amongst us listening to us. That's what the vibe is amongst a common man. If a leader of that stature actually talks to a common man. And in last 48 hours, the last 48 hours marks a tranquil period provided for voters to reflect on their choice and reach a conclusion. And North Korea defends spy satellite launch at UN. So UN, United Nations General Assembly, is that Security Council, all right, UNSC. So UNSC meeting was going on, and we had a representation from North Korea as well. So another so-called terrorist state which is supporting Russia, which is supporting China, and they also sent a satellite with the help of Russia, owing to which their representative has now appeared. They do not come for any discussions on these platforms. But UNSC, the UN Security Council, on Monday, he was there and he was defending the launch of a satellite, owing a threat from none other than United States of America themselves. And he says we have a nuclear threat, and we can see now where the bases are for the United States of America. We can count Xi Jinping, not Xi Jinping, his name is different. Xi Jinping is from China. I forgot his name now. Kim Jong. Thank you so much, Deepak. So he is much more alert than me. So Kim Jong actually was counting the number of fighter jets that are kept in the United States of America at different locations. So that is what, and he was declaring, why did he come and why did he say all these things? That, the reason behind that is a mind game that is being played. And they want to flex their muscles and declare to the world that yes, we have a satellite now in space, and we can actually monitor any activity that is being done by the United States of America or any other country for that matter. So they are declaring their strength and their power. So that is what the intent was. Oh yeah. And also, people, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. It's your support is much required. And I keep forgetting, we have Mallanna is live. It's 8:16 already. Where is myself? And I don't see myself. I have to type myself. Okay. Here I am, and let's see. I think we don't have anybody watching. Not many people are watching. So we have Prashant official. Good morning. As per your survey, which party will get into power? I don't have any survey, Prashant, but I'm speculating. It all depends as to how many seats. BJP is playing a very, very important role. I don't have a survey. All I have is an observation. So BRS might lose some seats. They might not get as many seats as they got in the previous elections because of one, the Medigadda barrage and the 2 BHK scheme and many other schemes that they could not launch to the full potential, owing to which they might lose. There is a lot of agitation amongst people that they wanted the 2 BHK houses, the lucrative schemes, and also the 10 lakh rupees that was to be granted, under with certain criteria. So it is alleged that they were taking a commission of 3 lakhs and they were giving 7 lakhs to the individual, and 3 lakhs was to be retained. So that is how, the people who have taken this money, although they have taken 7 lakhs, they will still be, not voting for BRS because they wanted the entire 10 lakhs, which is a huge amount, by the way, and this should not have been done. So this might act, against BRS and the Medigada barrage, also the Kaleshwaram project that should have been operational by now has been, it's still under reconstruction. In fact, they will have to reconstruct a huge part of it. So owing to which they might lose some votes, but then BJP's campaign is also very strong. So if BJP, is able to, I don't know how it is going to happen. So Mallanna is the best judge of it, because he knows the equation as to where the BJP candidate is strong, but BRS candidate is weak, and where the Congress candidate is strong and BJP candidate is weak. So if they are going to get some extra seats this time, BJP, then are those seats going to be from BRS or is it going to be from Congress? So that is what the big question will be. And a lot of buying and selling of MLAs might as well happen, as somebody told me yesterday also. Some people might jump from Congress to BRS or from BJP to BRS, or independent candidates also play a major role this time. So any party who's forming the government would need support from some other entities also. And we have Raju Aditya Kumar says super, and Macha Raju is also here along with Vishal and Chandrasekhar wishing us all a good morning. And Mahesh Mahi says hello Rana sir. Hello Mahesh, how are you? And Kasi Reddy Vajrama is also here. So people, at that note, it's 8:19 already, and let's see what do we have for Deccan Chronicle. And we have India vote for Lotus, vote for BJP. We have India celebrates safe rescue of 41 trapped. Race for CM post begins in Rajasthan. Rajasthan BJP as counting near. So we have many faces out there in BJP who are, who can be the CM. If BJP wins, they are speculating they will win with huge majority. On the other hand, we have Congress also claiming the same. We had just seen, I did not go through this section, wherein Ashok Gehlot says the Congress will form governments in all 5 poll-bound states, including Telangana, even though the BJP-led center was misusing the central agencies against the opposition leaders. Had a Congress government been formed in Telangana 10 years ago, it would have reached greater heights. So he is claiming that Congress will win all the seats. On the other hand, we have big claims coming in from BJP side as well that we can see. And work to send Indian astronaut to space next year, and India and US to launch Nisar. We discussed about Nisar in our earlier telecasts, and that's a joint mission to space being conducted by India's ISRO and NASA. So together they are going to launch this mission, and the full form is NISAR, stands for NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. Nisar is the state-of-the-art joint venture satellite of ISRO with NASA. It will be built at a cost of $1.5 billion US. So that's the whooping cost of it, targeted for a launch on board India's GSLV rocket. Data from Nisar will be highly suitable for studying the land ecosystem, deformation of solid earth, mountain and polar cryosphere, sea ice and coastal oceans in the region of global scale. So that's the importance of this mission. So with that, people, I would like to call it a day, and thank you so much for joining in today. Peddaraju Vishal says in Telangana, Congress is coming into power definitely with 70 plus seats, winning comfortably with majority to form the government. That's what the expectation of one of our viewers is. He is definitely pro-Congress, and that's what his analysis say. It might happen as well. But will BJP be the surprise winner? Only 3 days to go, people. 4 days to go, and we will get to know who people of Telangana are going to select So that's going to be the judgment day for all the major parties out there. And keeping these speculations alive, this is Vijay Rana signing off for now. Thank you so much for tuning in today.